I think this is the closest that we're going to get to the one of the lighthouses over here. That's the Wayfarer, I think, along the side over here. There's another white lighthouse over there and on the horizon, but this one we're going to approach very close to.
I gotta talk to you later, man. Important thing to tell you.
I'm not sure if we're going to be able
Later on,
to.
I'll tell you.
Are we going to go through the opening or not? We see. Maybe. We'll see in a minute. We got one of those cruises over there, hot rod cruises, on the red boat right over there ahead of us. Got a couple sailing boats over here on the open lake. Okay, the lighthouse is coming up over here on our left over here. Oh, there he is.
Though it looks like a relic from the past, the Chicago Harbor Lighthouse is still an important landmark on the lakefront today. It was originally constructed for the 1893 World's Fair, which was hosted here in Chicago, though a couple miles south down the shore. The lighthouse was moved to its current location in 1919. It is still an active automated light today. In 2022, the Friends of the Chicago Harbor Lighthouse nonprofit was formed. Their hope is to acquire the lighthouse from the city and turn it into a museum, which would be accessible by boat from Navy Pier. On this trip, we might cruise right past the lighthouse, but come back in a few years and maybe we'll be able to stop inside and look around.
Yeah, we can see the wave power bigger over here. This is the old White House. It's probably the closest lighthouse to the shores of Chicago. Yeah, I don't think we're going to go on the open lake. And you see another lighthouse in the back over there. Well, maybe one day we're going to be able to visit this one. Far away, there's the Navy Pier in downtown Chicago. I believe we're going to pull up closer to the...
Yes, please. Thank you. That's okay. Just take whatever you got.
Though the freshwater of Lake Michigan isn't very hospitable to sharks or hurricanes, there's still danger for sailors and mariners. There have been over 1,500 known shipwrecks in these waters. Locating and studying the sunken vessels is an ongoing project with new wrecks discovered each year. Many of these shipwrecks date back to the 1840s and offer a picture into early American Western expansion. Similar to the World War II planes lost while training at Navy Pier, these shipwrecks are amazingly well preserved thanks to the cold, fresh water. So what makes Lake Michigan so dangerous? Spontaneous, unpredictable currents amid large storms with heavy winds and high waves. Lake Michigan is by far the largest force of nature on Chicago's landscape, but there's nothing to fear on our boat ride today. Ships close to the shore are protected by the large Chicago Harbor breakwater system, which was built by railroad companies in Chicago's early days.
closer to the aquarium over there, far out, and planetarium. I can see it from here. Sears Tower, still tall, with the two antennas on the top, and right over here you got a John Hancock building. You got some new high rises over here. Okay, we're going to turn a little bit. Okay, we're coming a little closer to
out
the...
at the Chicago Lakefront, you'll notice a carefully landscaped waterfront open to the public. Chicago is the home of what's called the City Beautiful movement, an early 1900s push for American cities to beautify their grounds. Back in the late 1800s, cities had a terrible reputation for smoke-clogged air and disconnection from nature. Then, in 1909, Adler's Plan of Chicago was published, which prioritized parkland, promenades, fountains, and classic European design elements to create destinations for travel and tourism. Chicago was the first city to adopt these ideas, and cities across the world have followed. This is why many urban downtowns feature old-timey lampposts, beautiful landscaping, marble benches, and golden subway entrances. All of this originates with the 1893 World's Fair, known as the World's Columbian Exposition. Often referred to as the White City, the campus of the World's Fair was constructed in Jackson Park, about 7 miles south of here along the lakefront. In the spirit of City Beautiful, the fairground was a collection of glowing white structures, large water features, and tailored landscaping lit by more electricity than had ever been seen in the world at that time. The World's Fair was sort of an all-in-one museum pass experience, wherein guests could see fine art, craftsmanship,
Oh, got a high wave.
scientific innovations, and cultural
This boat is a very powerful boat. And we got another one.
World's Fair was also
Doesn't
home to the
cost so
world's
much
first
wave.
amusement park, the Midway, where fairgoers could ride the world's first Ferris wheel. Visitors to the World's Fair were transported out of the noisy charcoal-covered city and into a gleaming new world of wonder. Just like Chicago today, food was a major attraction at the fair. This is where many folks eat their first American hamburger, their first Quaker Oats, their first Cracker Jack popcorn. The chocolate brownie was invented at the Palmer House Hotel as a treat packed for fairgoers in their hotel box lunches. You can still go there and taste the original recipe brownie to this day. Fairgoers chewed on Wrigley's gum and sipped Pabst's Blue Ribbon winning beer. Between the large fountains, the PBR, and the ability to literally glow in the dark, the 1893 World's Fair is considered the greatest World's Fair in history. Today, Chicago remains a top destination for events, gatherings, and celebrations. Taste of Chicago, our largest city food festival, and Lollapalooza, one of the longest running and largest music festivals in the world, are both held along the lakefront each summer. Not far south of here along the shore is McCormick Place, the largest convention center in the Western Hemisphere.
That's right there.
The influence of the 1893 World's Fair can also be seen here at Museum Campus. Museum Campus is home to the Field Museum of Natural History, the Shed Aquarium, the Adler
Shed
Planetarium,
Aquarium I
and
see,
Soldier
but
Field.
oh yeah,
Their
the
shared
museum
mission
is
to
right
educate and entertain the public
behind
in one
the
central location follows the mission of the World's Fair. And their
aquarium.
classic European-influenced architecture celebrates the legacy of the White City. The Field Museum is an amazing place for those that love land-roving animals, including the largest ever fully recovered Tyrannosaurus Rex T-Rex suit. The Shedd Aquarium is where you can study underwater life, including penguins, dolphins, and beluga whales. For folks looking to learn about what's beyond our planet, the Adler Planetarium is your Chicago trip to space. Before you leave Chicago, don't forget to catch a sporting event or major headline concert tour at historic Soldier Field, the oldest stadium in the NFL. Museum campus is not just enjoyed by ticketed visitors, but it's used by the entire city as an active lakefront park for jogging, cycling, picnics, fishing, and boating.
Planetarium coming up. See the dome over here. That's our old planetarium right there. So we were able to see lots of the lakefront. Beautiful sights. This is the Adler Planetarium right in front of us. And we're upcoming on the aquarium over here in front of us. And Soldier Field, holding right straight. Okay, we're coming close to the shore. We're going to go along the side of the Lakeshore Drive. A lot of sailboats in front of us. To the Navy Pier. You see the Ferry wheel, lighthouse far away, a couple boats behind us, and beautiful downtown here, Chicago. Sailboats over here, and we're on our way back.